Hey everyone, welcome to the Autoimmune Dietitian YouTube channel. My name's Annie. I'm a registered dietitian and I work with people struggling with autoimmune diseases. In my work with my clients, I help them use both food and lifestyle as a way to improve their symptoms and hopefully give them their lives back. So when we think about gut health, chronic stress usually isn't the first thing that comes to mind. However, stress plays a pretty important role in our ability to properly digest food and protect our gut integrity. Most of the issues with stress relate to the speed of digestion or the gut microbiome balance. However, there are two other issues that are not talked about much, the suppression of secretory IgA and low stomach acid. So today I'll touch on both of these and also provide a few tips to help you handle stress a little bit better. Before I jump in, I just need to attach my usual disclaimer that the information in today's talk is not the substitute for the diagnosis, treatment, or care of disease by a medical provider. This is for informational purposes only. Please consult your qualified health professional for any changes you make to your medical care. Okay, so we know that chronic stress can also affect how we digest and react to certain foods, but what isn't talked about is how this is related to secretory IgA and the vagus nerve. So secretory IgA is an antibody that acts as your gut lining's primary security guard. It binds to toxins, bacteria, and undigested food particles, neutralizing them before they can touch your gut wall or enter into your bloodstream. However, stress can affect secretory IgA in a couple of different ways. First, when you are in a sympathetic or fight or flight state, the vagus nerve signaling drops. The vagus nerve is responsible for stimulating the production and secretion of secretory IgA. Second, high levels of cortisol directly suppress your immune system's ability to manufacture secretory IgA. So, why does this matter for autoimmune diseases? Well, when your stress lowers your secretory IgA levels, your gut defense shield goes down. Dietary proteins and environmental triggers that your body normally neutralizes are suddenly able to breach the gut barrier, interacting directly with your systemic immune system and driving autoimmune flares. This mechanism is also related to the development of food sensitivities, which are so common among the autoimmune population. Stress can also impact your stomach acid production in two ways. It can either increase it, which is one of the underlying causes of gastric reflux, or it can decrease it, which can also lead to gastric reflux and digestive problems. So to manage an autoimmune condition, your food must be broken down completely into its smallest components. If it isn't, those large undigested food proteins look like foreign invaders to a hyperreactive immune system. The first line of digestive breakdown relies entirely on something called hydrochloric acid, or HCl, in the stomach. But HCl production is an incredibly energy-intensive process that requires deep parasympathetic, or rest and digest, activation. Here's what happens to stomach acid production when dealing with chronic stress. First is a blood flow shunt. So under stress, your body redirects blood flow away from the stomach and toward your skeletal muscles. It also causes suppressed gastrin. So the stress hormone inhibits gastrin, the hormone responsible for telling your parietal cells to secrete stomach acid. And then without adequate stomach acid, proteins enter the small intestine largely intact, severely irritating the gut lining and triggering systemic immune reactivity. So you can eat the cleanest, most pristine anti-inflammatory diet on earth, but if you eat it while answering stressful emails or rushing in your car, your body cannot produce the acid needed to break down safely. So how do you better handle stress? Chronic stress is a huge area to tackle when you're trying to manage your autoimmune disease. And while this could be a whole other discussion in and of itself, here are a few easy ways to lower stress as it relates to digestion. Before you eat, you must actively shift out of fight or flight. Take 3 slow diaphragmatic exhales, and you want to make the exhale longer than the inhale right before you take your first bite. This rapidly stimulates the vagus nerve, signaling your gut to restore its protective defenses. You also want to treat the 20 minutes during your meal, or however long it is, as a sacred window. Put away your work, step away from screens, chew each bite 20 to 30 times, and really give your stomach the physical environment it needs to do its job. So just to recap, today we focus on 2 specific ways that chronic stress can affect digestion. One is the reduction of secretory A secretion, which again is kind of a protective protein for your gut barrier. And the second is stomach acid secretion. So if you need more help managing your autoimmune disease, your digestive issues, or you're looking at reducing inflammation in general, I would love to chat with you. I offer free 15-minute discovery calls to learn about your goals and to see if we are a good fit for each other. So please go to my YouTube profile. There should be a link there to book a free discovery call. If you don't follow me or subscribe to my YouTube channel, please hit the little subscribe button. I'm always trying to put out a lot of great information to help you live better with your autoimmune disease. Lastly, right now, if you're catching this as it's being posted, my next installment of my Ditch Your Inflammation program is now open for enrollment. This is my 4-week program. We follow the modified AIP elimination diet together while doing a lot of education and discussion and talking around managing autoimmune diseases with both food and lifestyle. I do this program about once a quarter, so if you missed it this time, it should be back soon. You can jump on my wait list. If you want to register or learn more, go to my website, annierubin.com, under Services and Foundations. That is where you will find the program. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.